Maryam Nayeb Yazdi is a human rights activist and coordinator for the Saeed Malekpour campaign. She joins us now. Thank you very much for taking the time. What do we know about his condition in jail?
Hi. Well, Saeed Malekpour's condition currently, he's held in the IRGC-controlled ward in Evin prison, and none of his basic human rights are being respected, and just like all the other political prisoners in Iran.
Does this mean that you have regular contact with him in some way?
No, I personally don't have any contact with him. However, his family receives one 2 to 3 minute phone call a week and one visit per month with him. But the last news we have is it's been about 40 days since Saeed's family has been able to see him in prison.
Now, what kind of appeal have you made to Iranian authorities, and have they been at all receptive?
Well, Saeed's family has made many appeals to Iranian authorities from all levels of the government. However, they've been non-responsive ever since his arrest in October 2008. There's no hope to save Saeed within the Iranian government. The only hope Saeed has currently is the help of the international community.
Now, international community, that includes Canada. What kind of governmental or consular assistance has he been receiving?
Well, the Canadian government actually has been very supportive. Just recently, on February 16th, I believe it was, the Canadian House of Commons reached a unanimous vote to hold Iran accountable for any damage done to Saeed Malekpour. So Foreign Affairs Minister John Baird has also been very vocal. He's released 2 statements in support of Saeed, and also European Union has released a statement in support of Saeed. So has Foreign Affairs Britain and U.S. State Department, and Foreign Affairs of Norway and Italy. So Saeed has been getting a lot of international support. The next step that we need is for the United Nations to release an urgent appeal for Saeed Malekpour.
Is this about making an example of him, or is it an attempt to clamp down somehow on the internet?
Oh, definitely Saeed is being used as a scapegoat in this scenario, and Saeed is not the only one. When Saeed was arrested in October 2008, there were I believe it was 30 people arrested for internet-related charges. And now, right now, on death row, we have also Vahid Asghari, Mehdi Alizadeh, and Ahmad Reza Hashimpur, who also faced death for internet-related charges. So this is not an isolated case. What's happening to Saeed right now? Because they've reinstated the death sentence, and the reason why they're doing it now is because we're reaching the March 2nd parliamentary election in Iran, and there's a lot of people online calling for boycotts of the election, and there's a lot of people calling for any type of dissent against the Iranian regime online. So the Iranian regime really wants to crack down on the global internet and to really stop people from accessing this global internet. And to do so, they need to inflict the maximum amount of fear onto civil society. So to kill Saeed or someone like Saeed, they can achieve to inflict that fear. However, executions to kill is the Iranian regime's #1 weapon against civil society. So, last year there was another individual, Habib Latifi. He was on death row in Iran around Christmas time, and we gave so much international attention to that case that we were able to save him. However, behind closed doors, they executed someone else in place of him. So we need to be aware of that as well, to not make this an isolated case about Saeed Malekpour. Iran executes to inflict fear onto civil society. Loghman Moradi and Zanyar Moradi are 2 Kurdish Iranians on death row, and we fear that they may be executed any day as well.
He's been in custody for a very long time now. We saw when the American hikers were being held and accused of spying. They were eventually released. There was a lot of international pressure, a long campaign as well. Does that give you any hope?
Yes, definitely. International pressure is the only way to go to save people from death row in Iran. The Iranian regime does not follow any laws, not their own laws, nor international laws. So for us to expect the Iranian regime to act in a legal manner, I believe, is just ridiculous.
Maryam Nayeb Yazdi from the Saeed Malekpour campaign, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.